Q-REstrain, also known as SOT, is based on RNA interference technology. This is a technology that has been around for a long time, but over the past decade or so has been used to treat Lyme disease and Lyme co-infections. The premise behind the treatment is essentially using a targeted approach to block the RNA of specific bacteria so that they cannot code for the proteins that they are meant to produce. If the bacteria cannot produce the necessary proteins, then it can't survive. Let's break this down a little bit more. If you look at the genetic makeup of any living organism, it all is centered around DNA. And DNA is what is the driving force behind how each organism functions and each organism looks. DNA is composed of a double strand of RNA connected by what are called base pairs. When DNA in a cell wants to tell the cell to do something, it does so through the creation of messenger RNA or mRNA. This mRNA is then essentially read by what are called ribosomes. And then through that process, they create peptides and proteins. If you can block that process, then you can block that protein synthesis. And that's exactly what Q-REstrain does. So the idea behind this is that you create a small complementary chain of RNA that is unique to the specific RNA that you're targeting. That microRNA will then attach to that complementary portion of the RNA, rendering that RNA useless. You can kind of think of it as if you've ever gotten a piece of fabric stuck in a zipper, you're no longer able to zip up that zipper, and in some cases it may actually ruin it. The same kind of thing can happen if you throw a piece of metal or a wrench into a set of gears. It stops those gears from turning and keeps it from doing what it's supposed to do. If the organism cannot produce the proteins that it needs to function, then it simply can't survive. The Q-REstrain will continue to work for up to 6 months, and as it circulates throughout your body, it will continue to do this same process to all of the specific targets that it can acquire. One thing also to mention is because this is such a targeted approach, this is not something that is going to interfere with your own body's genetics. It does not alter genetics. It is not technically a genetic therapy, but it is a gene targeting therapy in that it silences the genes that are expressed by the bacteria that we are going after.